Divine Feminines, I hope you guys are incredibly well. I'm going to dig into your Divine Masculines energy and see what is behind this feeling of a flat tire. They feel like they got eliminated or they started a game, okay? I feel like you could be creating distance or space with them right now, and they're sitting there stumped, like, great, what did I do? Okay, you are no ordinary woman as well, is another thing that I'm hearing. So, if you guys have been getting cozy and comfortable and all of a sudden my boy decided he would play a game and try to ghost or create some space with you, not with this Divine Feminine. Whoever you are, you're stubborn. It's like, well, you want to give me space? We'll show you what that's all about. So somebody's sitting there like, did I just get eliminated? Because I feel like you maybe cut that off really quick. Because what I'm seeing that they're learning about your energy is there's no room for error, and you really do walk that talk, okay? And somebody tried to test it because of an ego boost, like someone as sexy, as fine as you. Let me try to break that. I had a horse like you once, and it too needed to be broken. Pepe Le Pew kind of energy. And they weren't expecting you to just drop them, cut off communication. So you don't process things in the same way where you are seeking out that high from communicating again, right? Even if he would have come in hot and heavy and the energy would have been really sensual, and then he's like, all right, you know what? Let me see how she gonna feel. Let her do without it for a few days. And then he woke up and he was blocked. And I feel like somebody's scrambling. They weren't expecting that reaction. They might have been expecting a message from you, or maybe, where are you? Where you been? Where are you? I haven't heard from you. What's going on? You guys were like, okay, you want to play that game? Because some of you are masters, okay? And like I'm saying, you guys don't process things in the same way. And what I mean by that is you don't get caught up in the trap of feeling like, okay, if somebody exchanges that intimacy with you, you have that discernment. So I feel like some people might just let it go over their head. Oh my God, like, this feels so good. This person feels so right. Whoever you are, Divine Feminine, you might be like, okay, this feels really good. But then the discernment comes in. We haven't really known each other for that long. We haven't really made any type of commitments. This is where my head is at when it comes to this. So you're prepared for how people may react to you, whatever people may throw your way. You're very prepared for it. And this is what somebody wasn't expecting. They were expecting you to really act off of like a trauma response. So, when someone makes you feel really good and then they take that away, it kind of makes your brain scramble a little bit. Someone wasn't expecting you to have emotional intelligence or emotional strength over your emotions, okay? I feel like maybe throughout your life you've had lots of people try to do this with you, including like just growing up, family members, friendships. Many of you may be loners as well, like loners to the point where you have to, because you have to protect your energy. Not everybody gets the privilege of being in your space, because I feel like whoever you are, you have this air about you where you do have emotional intelligence to the point where you can't just interact with everybody, because not everybody's where you're at. Like, you can often like see through people in an instant. If people don't have good intentions, you have no problem just dropping them. And many of you don't really care to have big social groups or big people around you because, I feel like you're that connected to your higher self that you don't really need validation from a lot of people. So yeah, your masculines are really stumped right now. I feel like they may be strategizing or learning a really good lesson about communication as well. And I'm hearing that you're teaching them how to carry themselves well. Okay, this whole game playing, if they want to remain in that whole game playing and ghosting and playing around, and they're not going to take commitment seriously or relationships seriously, they're going to miss out on you, and then they're just going to continue to vibrate with women who don't match your aura or your vibration. So I feel like the rude awakening or the rude mirroring to your divine masculine that you're doing by creating space here is like, you don't play games. You're busy doing other things that keep you productive, and it helps you to serve yourself and serve your purpose and serve your community. You're not really interested in the tactics, there is a certain level of courting that you will tolerate and accept if a gentleman can do it properly. Like, he's got to be able to pull it off in a way that brings it to the table. Like, if a man is playing games, like, I'm sorry, sir, you really just aren't busy enough. Like, why do we have the time to do this? Why are we reappearing after a few days of silence with no plan in mind? You are just not busy enough for me. I'm sorry. That's your energy, Divine Feminine, because I feel like you've maybe elevated to a point where you're showing your Divine Masculines, like, I am looking for partnership, but if I am looking for partnership or I am going to exchange my energy, like, it really does have to be worth my time. Whoa, oh, now look at the time. I gotta go. Hold that note. So he sees you as somebody maybe really just in charge and in control of your life. Okay? And there's also this very regretful energy of, shit, did I just mess up a good thing? I can't believe I was so foolish that I pulled that off with you. But it might have just been this ego boost, right? Because you don't have this very assuming nature about you. And I feel like that's happened to you all your life, where you may have like the aura of a beautiful person, a kind person, and oftentimes you may have people thinking they can come into your life and take advantage of you, not knowing that you've got a strong gift of strength and discernment where you can deal with somebody good and proper. Okay, so let's see. What's your masculine's current energy right now? Okay, what is this flat like a tire energy? What are they learning from that? Okay, so remember and awakening to what exactly? Okay, so the passion and the chemistry, that could be awakening as well, where they're not going to stop going after this. Okay, there's that energy of regret. And this is going to look different for everyone in terms of the tactics and the game playing and what that looks like in your dynamic or your connection. All you need to know, Divine Feminine, is that it would have just rubbed you the wrong way. Okay, it doesn't speak of a man with integrity. It doesn't speak of somebody who is ready for commitment because their mind is where it needs to be. And it's not that you're asking for anybody to be particularly perfect, but if you carry yourself to a certain standard, you're definitely going to expect that who's coming into your life to share your time and energy and space is on their shit too. I mean, this is why a lot of you are single and you keep it that way and you may keep to yourself. It's not that you can't have a flock of men around you, and it probably would be very easy to do that, Divine Feminine, but for many of you, like looks, you know, the package, all of that stuff, the money, all of it doesn't cut it. You know, that's why many of you have been given that Empress status, is because you are healing the masculine collective in terms of wealth is integrity. Like, wealth is being able to carry yourself with character, you know, being of service, finding ways to be of service to others. If you're going to sit here and linger around over, you know, my energy and want to lust after it and play games and try to control it, you're going to get burnt, okay? So I feel like he is already feeling burnt. Okay, you're maybe pushing him into this self-love creation. I don't know why I'm hearing the name Dave, but that's random. I just heard Dave. But someone, like, being more intentional is the energy that I feel like they're sitting in right now. Or at least what's being whispered to them to remember to awaken to that. So I feel like this had to happen. Like, somebody had to see this Queen of Swords energy in you in order to whip them into shape. Like, it's not going to cut it if you're going to come towards me with this, like, he came at you in a particular type of energy that to you, it wasn't mature enough. It was like, how dare you try to play games with me? You know, so someone judged a book by its cover. Again, Divine Feminine, I feel like this is not new to you. You know, all throughout your life, many people have done this, and then they just get dealt with. Okay, so what's his next move? Okay, so we have cycles. Oh, and we do have that change card there. Okay, so this is someone who is willing to compromise and is willing to change their ways. And I'm also hearing willing to give it another go because they're in love. They're in love with your honesty and your integrity and your straightforwardness. I mean, that doesn't come along very easily is what I'm hearing from this masculine's perspective. You know, they've been eliminated from your space, and that was a big awakening or a big wake-up call. But I'm hearing it was a wake-up call to, like, improve or want to work on themselves or be more attractive to you. I'm hearing if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again, because I feel like this person is not going to stop making an effort towards you. Okay, there is something that you said, something that you did, and many of you, all you need, you don't even have to do much. It's like maybe it could just be in a few sentences and you get someone's attention loud and clear. But you've humbled someone, or you've made someone feel even more chemistry towards you, even though you might have cut them off. This isn't the end, is what I'm hearing. Okay, and you might still feel that chemistry for them as well, and it would have been a huge disappointment that they would have tried you. Okay, and they're feeling it too. But now it's time to take that mask off, and I'm hearing like put some effort into yourself. I feel like someone is going to bunker down, maybe go into that hermiting energy or the hanged man energy, and just think a little bit, okay? Because they've got you on their mind. I feel like they want to plan, strategize, come towards you in a more romantic and gentle and patient energy. And I'm also hearing as long as it takes. They're going to keep coming at you gently as long as it takes. Someone doesn't want you to get away. I'm hearing this is the romance of a lifetime. So I'm feeling guided to this deck, but what is the current energy towards you? Oh, I feel like that's too many. I'm going to start over. What's the current energy in this connection, especially towards how the masculines are feeling? Okay, so getting to know each other. So as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And I feel like this has to do with the truth and expression card, because as you reveal your innermost selves, the whole tactics and the game playing, and it was manipulation, control. Someone's going to have to work on that, okay? They're dealing with a mature woman who cannot be controlled, okay? You have to work alongside her. And someone finds this attractive. I'm hearing the way that you may be just well organized in your life. You may have a career that you're really passionate about. You may just be a force to be reckoned with. And I feel like naturally his darker side felt like he needed to bring that down a notch. And you will not be brought down a notch. You won't be. So you're making somebody rather, pull their socks up and humble themselves a little bit to be in your presence. Because I'm hearing this divine masculine again. They're used to, being able to control women either with their money, their charm, their status, their material wealth, their possessions, things that they own. And it's very easy to the average mind to be, overwhelmed by that, and maybe you'll bend your boundaries because, it looks good. But when you got that shit all for yourself, you pay attention more closely to people that are coming in and out of your space, right? Because you don't really want anything from them. You don't desire anything from them. So you're going to be more close attention to what it is they want from you, right? So there's a huge difference there in the type of women that he's dealing with, like you versus the type he's used to dealing with. Right? He maybe have an eye on you, but you waiting. You coming for me? I waiting in the dark for you. That's that type of energy, right? And I feel like you're used to this divine feminine. Many people will come up on you, and you can sense it before it even comes. So I feel like somebody is slowing down. They want a second shot, maybe getting to know you, or like with the truth and expression card, can I take this mask off and try again? Can I come towards you and make another offer? Can I come towards you and maybe be more truthful and not such an idiot, and you'll see this vulnerable side of me? The divine feminines are like, okay, that's more like it. I like it. That's it. So we also have forgiving and learning, okay? So they're learning. Will you forgive me? Okay, can you release the past? Can you release that past version of me that showed up trying to, conquer you and not really seeing what was on the inside? Because now that they have seen how you are, like somebody's hooked. They want you. And I feel like you've mirrored again to them, like this version of themselves now that they want to be in order to meet you where you are. So it's going to take some time. I feel like there was a big attraction there with, did passion and chemistry come out? That's why I feel from the divine feminine's energy. You're like, damn, I really wanted this to work out because something might have been good during this encounter. And so you guys can't stop thinking about that, which I think is kind of the hidden little bit of glue there that's holding this together, is that you two may really want this to cycle back around. And because there's both energies being put into it, manifesting it subtly, I feel like you're going to have somebody here who is definitely working on getting your forgiveness slowly or getting back into your energy, but it's not going to be in the same way as before. You guys definitely aren't going to have to worry about the game playing, because you sent a message loud and clear to somebody that maybe at this phase in your life, you don't have time for that, or at this phase in your life, you're focused on, maybe just excelling, getting ahead, focused on inner peace, okay? You don't mind doing the dance, but, if it's the tactics and control and things like that, you can do without it. You've done without it for some of you. Okay, so that is what I am getting for this quick check-in. If you guys would like a personal reading, you can hit me up over at hipsy.com. I do offer one-to-one sessions as well, where you guys can call in and we can chit-chat and talk, or text. And I do have membership videos as well for you guys to join if you're looking for somewhat of a part 2 to this reading. Check out some of the 18 plus sensual readings on there. Okay, guys, I love you, and I will catch you in the next check-in. Bye, guys.